What if I told you a story where the thief steals the money and then actually sneaks back into the house to return it? No police chase, no dramatic twist ending just a 15-year-old boy quietly wrestling with his own conscience. This chapter is short, but it's emotionally loaded, and it's one of the most commonly asked stories in your board exam. We're covering The Thief's Story by Ruskin Bond from your Footprints Without Feet supplementary reader. This story is told in first person by a teenage thief named Hari Singh, and it's really a story about trust, guilt, and the pull toward changing your life. By the end of this video, you'll understand the entire plot, the psychology behind every decision, and exactly what your examiners are going to ask. Let's get into it. Right from the first line, the narrator confesses, "I was still a thief when I met Anil." Even though he's only 15, he calls himself an experienced and fairly successful hand, meaning he's genuinely skilled at stealing. This opening line is important because it immediately tells us this is a confession, almost like the narrator is looking back and admitting his past. The story begins at a wrestling match, where Hari spots Anil, a tall, lean man around 25, who looks easygoing, kind, and simple. And here's where his manipulation starts. He uses flattery, telling Anil, "You look a bit of a wrestler yourself." Flattery here simply means insincere praise, said just to win someone over. When Anil asks his name, Hari lies immediately, Hari Singh. But here's a genuinely clever detail. He admits he changes his name every single month, just to stay ahead of the police and his previous employers. This tells us a lot about his character right from the start. He's cunning, careful, and has clearly done this many times before. But now pay attention, because this next moment is important. Hari asks to work for Anil, and Anil bluntly says he can't pay him. Instead of walking away, Hari asks if Anil can at least feed him, then lies again, claiming he can cook. Spoiler, he can't. The meal he cooks is so bad that Anil literally gives it to a stray dog. But instead of getting angry, Anil just laughs, lets Hari stay, and even offers to teach him to cook. This small moment sets up Anil's entire character. He's patient, kind, and remarkably trusting, way more than most people would be with a stranger. Exam tip. This is where the real emotional core of the story begins. Anil doesn't just feed and shelter Hari. He starts teaching him to write his name and promises to teach him full sentences and numbers. For Hari, this is huge. He says, "I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve." This line is asked constantly in exams because it shows Hari's genuine hope for a better future, something money alone never gave him. Life with Anil becomes comfortable. Hari makes tea, buys the daily supplies, and quietly skims about a rupee a day off the shopping money. Interestingly, Anil probably knows this is happening, but doesn't seem to mind, again showing just how trusting and careless he is with money. Then comes the turning point. Anil sells a book to a publisher and comes home with a bundle of notes, which he tucks under his mattress that night. Hari has been living with Anil for almost a month now, and here's an important detail: he's had countless chances to steal before this, since Anil even gave him a key to the house. But he never took anything, until now. By the way, if breaking down stories like this scene by scene is actually helping you understand literature faster before your exams, do hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps us keep making these videos. Now here's where the story shifts into its most psychologically rich section. Hari makes a chillingly logical argument to justify the theft. It's easy to rob a greedy man because he can afford to be robbed, but it's difficult to rob a careless man. This line is a favorite in board exams because it reveals so much about Hari's twisted moral reasoning. Robbing someone who trusts you completely feels worse, yet he convinces himself it's fine anyway, telling himself Anil will only waste it on his friends. That night under moonlight, Hari sneaks up to Anil's sleeping form, slides his hand under the mattress, and pulls out the notes without a sound. Anil sighs and shifts in his sleep, startling Hari, who quickly crawls out. Once outside, he counts the money, 600 rupees, all in 50 rupee notes. He plans to catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow and disappear completely. But here's the twist: when the train is literally pulling out of the station, Hari hesitates for some reason I can't explain and misses it. This hesitation is the most important moment in the entire story because it's the first real sign that something inside him doesn't actually want to run away. Board point. Stranded and alone in the rain that night, Hari reflects on human behavior, saying greedy men show fear when robbed, rich men show anger, and poor men show acceptance. But Anil, he predicts, will show only sadness. Not for losing the money, but for the loss of trust. This single line captures the entire emotional theme of the story, and it's asked almost every year. Sitting cold and soaked near the clock tower at midnight, Hari has a realization that changes everything. He thinks about how Anil was going to teach him to write whole sentences, something that could genuinely change his future, worth so much more than a few hundred stolen rupees. He decides that being a really big man, a clever and respected man, means something completely different from just being a successful thief. So he does something remarkable. He sneaks back into the room, terrified because, as he admits, it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. With trembling hands, he slips the notes back under the mattress, right next to Anil's sleeping body. The next morning, Anil hands him a 50-rupee note, saying he made money and Hari will now be paid regularly. But Hari notices the note is still wet from last night's rain, meaning Anil already knows exactly what happened. And yet Anil says nothing about it. His face shows absolutely nothing. No anger, no accusation, just calmly announcing, "Today we'll start writing sentences." Common exam question: why doesn't Anil hand the thief over to the police? The answer lies in Anil's character itself. He seems to understand that punishing Hari would achieve nothing, while trusting him and educating him might actually change his path in life. This makes Anil quietly one of the most compassionate characters in your entire syllabus. So to sum it all up, this story isn't really about theft at all. It's about trust, redemption, and the quiet power of kindness to change someone's life. Hari's internal conflict between his old life of crime and the new hope Anil offers him is the true heart of the story. And that final, effortless smile Hari gives Anil shows us he's finally beginning to choose a different path. So if you remember these key turning points, quotes, and the emotional reasoning behind Hari's choices, you'll be well prepared for your exam. Best of luck, and I'll see you in the next chapter.